Unlock your potential. Happy Woman Crush Wednesday and welcome to Smell the Coffee, your favorite morning talk show with Diana Master and Aina Riza Quayo. We do have a heck of an episode in store for you today. I mean, yeah, some of the stories on today's show are a bit, but that's the stories on the show anyway. They're all so bizarre, they're also strange, they're all sometimes very shady. So, yeah, but how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Speaking of shady, did you see Saint West cursing out at the paparazzi?
I'm not going to say what I want to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Oh, whoa. I don't know. How old is Saint? 3 years old? 4 years old? And he's showing the middle finger to paparazzi.
Listen, monkey see, monkey do. Right?
I guess,
yeah,
yes.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Especially for children.
Especially for children. You know, with children, you can literally teach them all of the vocabulary in the world, like the best vocabulary, and teach them how to say certain things. Say the F word once.
That's what they'll remember.
That's what they'll remember.
Yeah.
And it's like, what about all the other things that I taught you?
No.
What about those?
They don't count clearly.
Monkey see, monkey do. So it's become a thing of, like especially with me having my daughter, we now use words like fudge and shucks, things like that, because you can't say. And if I accidentally say something, she'll be like, "What did you say, Diana? What did you say?" I'm like, "No,
never mind.
Never mind." She's like, "You said a bad word. You said a bad word." So it becomes so crazy, and it's always funny when other people come, because other people don't have kids, so they're so used to swearing and just
say however,
say whatever they want, and then she's like,
"Oh, ma'am,
yeah,
you are wild. That's vile."
So moral of the story is you can't really blame Saint for showing the middle finger. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah,
and kids are so unhinged. You could teach your child the best of manners, and then the one time that you need them to be on their best behavior, they just do something that you're like, why did you do that?
Are you doing this in public?
Kids will humble you. Moral of the story, kids will humble you.
Yeah.
But we do have an exciting show in store for you. We are going to talk so much right after the break. We get into our top stories.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. play Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Starting us off on our top stories this morning, £1 million lotto win turns into nightmare for Zimbabwean family. In a heart-wrenching tale of deceit and misfortune, a family in Beitbridge, Zimbabwe has been left homeless and saddled with a $2,000 debt. That's $2,000 after falling victim to a cunning online lotto scam. Over a decade ago, Taurai Amani, a 71-year-old resident of Dulivadzimu in Beitbridge, lost part of his house during Operation Restore Order Mrabachina. Left with just 2 rooms, he dreamt of a bigger home for his children and grandchildren. In 2019, his dream seemed to come true when his son received a message claiming he had won £1 million from an online competition in the United Kingdom. Unbeknownst to them, it was a scam. Amani's son was asked to deposit $2,000 through Western Union to claim his prize. Desperate and excited, Amani borrowed the money and sent his son to make the payment. Trouble began when the scammers demanded an additional $1,000. Suspecting foul play, Amani sought help from the police, only to realize that he had been conned. The $2,000 that was borrowed was never repaid, and as he had used his house as collateral, it was seized by the lender. The Herald reported that last week the Amani family was evicted from their home based on a court order. Amani, now distraught, expressed his regrets, saying, "I felt the gods had answered my prayers of owning a bigger house for my family." He also urged caution when dealing with online messages.
Ay, doch. Shame.
Yeah, no, these scammers.
Shame. How do you scam old people? Guys, you are going to hell if it exists. Why are you scamming old
Hell is
people?
hot.
Yo.
Hell is hot.
Don't you not have a little remorse or respect,
little
reverence
sympathy
for old people?
But you know, it's more sad in this case because this man was genuinely happy because he's like,
Yeah.
okay, at least now I can give my children and grandchildren a better house. Other people would be thinking, if I win $1 million, I'm going to get a new car, I'm going to get what?
Yeah.
They're so selfish.
I'm now thinking when I win my 8 million, what I'm going to do with it.
Exactly.
And I don't even have it. If somebody offers me 8 million or an opportunity to even get that 8 million, already I'm in that train of thought that I
You are
could be
easy to scam.
an
You.
8 million
How to
person or
scam
whatever.
Aina Riza Kweyo
So
101.
it will be easy for me to agree if an
But
opportunity
that's what I'm
arose.
saying, how to scam Aina
Because
Riza
I'm
Kweyo
already,
101.
you know, when you are dreaming of something, you are really hopeful
Yeah.
that it will come to pass. So all these things, you now start to think, oh my gosh, the stars are aligning. But sometimes it's not the case.
Sometimes it's really not the
Sometimes,
case.
and in this case, clearly, it was
My
not
mom
the
always
case.
says to me, something seems too good to be true. It probably is. Because also, like, I just want to know, right? Was the son playing lotto games? Like, was he constantly playing lottery games? Because if he
Perhaps.
was, then it would be easier to understand. For me, if I
If
just
it's a
get a
once
text
off.
right now that says, hey, congratulations, you've won $3 million. As much as I want $3 million, I'm going to be like, nah. Especially if they ask me to claim your prize, deposit so much. That's how I know it's a scam.
Yeah.
Because how do you have money to give me? How do you have $1 million to give me, but you can't pay for whatever fees that you must send this money to me? Like, that doesn't make sense to me, because if you have $1 million, if let's say you're using Western Union to transfer the money, Western Union asks, okay, if you transfer, of which they won't even transfer like $1 million, but anyway, let's say hypothetically they do. If you're transferring $1 million, they'll say, okay, pay us 2,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Which they don't even do, FYI. But if they did that, surely if you have $1 million, you can be like, okay, fine. Aina, when the money comes to you, it's going to be 800,000 because we have to pay 200,000 to this and this and this. You're still going to be like, I bet.
Man, when you are hopeful, it's really just, you are
You're
desperate,
gullible.
you are gullible,
You're
so you are
gullible.
going to believe everything. And I also get where he's coming from, because when hope is deferred, it really makes the heart sick. So,
And the fact that he used his house as collateral. Because the thing is, I think this man was so confident that the money is there. So it's like, "Ugh, what's 2,000 US? I'm winning £1 million.
Yeah.
So I'll pay you back. It's probably like, I'll even
Go
pay you back with
with interest.
No, guys. Scammers are so heartless.
And they're very smart.
And they're very
And you
smart.
will never ever know when you're going to be scammed. You could be the brightest, most brilliant person on earth. When they are coming to scam you, they will find a way to scam you.
Tanya, my little sister was saying to me, the reason she will never be scammed is because she's scared. I was like, what are you scared of? She's like, no, I'm Hazel's child. Because the minute I tell her I'm scammed, she's gonna laugh. And really, that's how it is in our house. My aunt was scammed once, and it's actually a really funny story. So she was at like a taxi rank, and this man comes to her and says, "Hi, sister, can we make a call on your phone?" And she was like, "Nah." And he's like, "No, listen, we have these diamonds, right? So you can hold these diamonds while we make the call. Where are we gonna run away, right? We can't run away because you have our diamonds. And this person that I'm calling... Who
just walks around with diamonds?
No, the person that I'm calling most is coming to get the diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right? Cool. So she gets the diamonds. Homeboy walks off, never to be seen again. She comes home, she's like,
diamonds.
You'll never believe what happened. So they stole my phone, and we're all like, what? She goes, bats. It's their loss. Because I have diamonds. And we're like, oh, okay, show us the diamonds. So we opened the pouch. You know those Coke bottles, like the Coca-Cola bottles? It was those ones that they crashed. The way we laughed at her, especially my dad, to a point where she's like, it's really not that funny, guys. It's not that funny.
That is what I'm telling you. When they are coming to scam you, it's like, it's just that day that... It's like when they are coming to rob you. When you least expect it, they will rob you. Moral of the story, be careful. We move over to our next story. In June 2018, Jackie Famose, who is a social media author and also book author in real life, tweeted something. She said she was alleging that she had overheard a conversation between a media mogul and her husband, begging a friend not to release a video of her husband involved in a sexual act with a male celebrity. The tweet read, "I just overheard a painful conversation, a female TV mogul pleading with one of my girls not to share videos of her drunk and her husband having a sexual act with a celebrity boy. What the hell? What kind of marriages do we have nowadays? I have to see this video." Kumalo, Basasana Kumalo, and her husband Romeo concluded that Famose was referring to them and opened a case of defamation of character against her. Now, yesterday, they went to court and Famose was found guilty on 4 counts. This has taken the Kumalos 5 years